Let's talk about dating after a certain age. Dating maybe from 35, 40, or let me talk about the 40s. I just feel that dating in our 40s needs to be more intentional. 40s is that level where you have found yourself. You are supposed to have found yourself mentally, spiritually, who you are, what you are about, what makes you happy. You must have done 40s, you must have done an analysis. What is it that you want? What is it that you can compromise? What you cannot compromise? 40s must be the time where you have forgiven. You are forgiven, or you are forgiving yourself of the mistakes that you have made before, of the stupid mistakes that you have made, of how naive you've been, how gullible you could have been. That is a time of foundation, new foundation all together in your 40s. Doing it better, taking everything that you knew and putting it in the bin and redoing it. If it's that foundation, digging it and leveling it perfectly. Because I feel that 40s, some mistakes we cannot afford to make them. Some blunders we cannot afford to make them. Some decision we should not make in our 40s when it comes to dating. So you need to be clear. What is it that you want? Do you want to marry if you've never been married? Do you want to remarry if you've been married? What kind of a man or what kind of a woman you want to marry? I understand the physicality. We are attracted to somebody by how they look. Sometimes can be attracted to, depending on how your mind works. We're not really attracted to the looks, but also on the mind, how that person's mind works, and their kindness. So my question is that in your 40s, it needs to be clear. There's no gray area on the kind of a partner that you want and the kind of partnership that you want. I can talk about marriage and everything, but not everybody wants to be married. Some people just want to have partner, and this is not a vlog to talk about advocating that marriage is a must that we have, because we know not everybody is gonna get married. But we need to be intentional, knowing, Uri, what is it that I want? The character of a person. First, work on yourself. You need to have worked on yourself to have healing from your trauma. 40s, you need to have healed from your trauma. It can be childhood trauma, it can be relationship trauma, it can be whatever trauma that what brought the trauma to your life. You must have made a conscious decision to say, I need to do better by myself. I need to give myself the best of who I know I can be before you can invite anyone else. That is in your 40s, because 40s is your foundation for the rest of 50s and 60s. You cannot rectify things in your 50s. That's just my opinion. You will be very lucky and one of the exceptional cases where you can rectify things in your 50s. So in our 40s, people have children. People have been married. Yes, I still believe there are women and men who have not been married, and you're not gonna find them with a lot of baggage. But also you find that most of the people are coming with a baggage. It can be the baggage of having been married before, or they have children. and possibility they might have children not from one parent but different set of partners. How do you handle it when you are involved with someone? Do you talk about such things? Do you talk about the kind of parenting skill that you want to implement? Do you talk about where we want to go? Do you talk about the relationship that you build between the two of you? What kind of relationship you want to build? Let it be clear. We must not think it's automatic. Do you complement each other with the lifestyle? Do you complement each other with the beliefs? Do all those things? Your mind, are they on the? Do you have the are your visions and goals aligned one way or another? Because in your 40s, if you are not clear who you are and what kind of a partner that you want, and also whatever that you want, you must be and you must have worked on it, probably you're going to meet people who've got a lot of baggage. And it's going to come out in the relationship, the baggage, the mistakes they made before. It's going to come up in your relationship or marriage. In our 40s, as much as in our 40s, it's not about liberation that now my body is doing this. There's a slogan that we always talk about in your 40s, everything is amplified. The sex drive is amplified. The what is amplified. But the question is that, is you wanting to do better by yourself amplified? Or you are minimizing yourself because you feel that there's nothing better out there? And my question will also come is that, does relationship validate our value? Does us being in a relationship validate our worth? Are you gonna keep on dating men or women that you feel they are not of your same standard? That you feel that that you are not of the same thinking. You are not cut from the same cloth. And when I say same cloth, I'm not talking about material things, but I'm talking about maturity, kindness, integrity, respect. What is it that they want? Are they driven by the ego? Are they driven by the pride? Are they still driven by wanting to be right? Are they kind? Are they naturally kind? There is nothing which is a turn off for me like a person who's not kind. And we need to listen when we are dating people, how they talk about their exes. Never be happy when your partner criticize your ex. They criticize their ex so much because they're gonna do the same thing. And also it can also bring a red flag where something comes up and the person don't want the past to be talked about, and they protect the ex. Not to say, but there needs to be a balance. It's like a no-go area. Anything is no-go area. And then what about the kids? Because you might be having children, he might having children. There are different sets of parents. Are you sure? Does your partner make you feel that as much as they love their children, but they also love you? It's not a competition. Let's listen to the little things that your partner will say that will give you a clear picture of who they are and how they want to treat you. You can never compete with a child. You can never compete with children. But the question is that when there are issues which are they addressed in a proper way, or they are dressed in a way of saying, actually, you're not the parent. I think we need to have more conversation about dating in our 40s. And you hear a lot of men saying that there are few men who are single in their 40s and their 50s, and I disagree with that. I disagree with that, because if you ever believe that there are no men who are single who are of our age group or bit older, which means you are accepting that you can easily be involved with anything just because there is a man. You can easily be involved with somebody's husband because you feel that, anyway, I need to have a partner, so I'm gonna grab anything that is around. You're gonna violate your beliefs and your values because you have convinced yourself with the lies that there are no good men after 40. And we need to ask ourselves, Ori, is our existence based only on having a partner? Because if you base your existence on having a partner, you're gonna stay in toxic relationships. You're gonna choose people who are who are not equally yoked with you. You're gonna choose people who are not worthy of you because you just want to belong. You just want to have that someone around. And in your 40s, how much are you compromising? In your 40s, I'm not just a 40, but from 40, late 30s, whatever. How much are you compromising for you to be in a relationship? How much are you muting and belittling of yourself and having to adjust of yourself for you to be in a relationship? I'm one person who don't believe love is supposed to hurt. Yes, love relationship I challenge. They have their own challenges and everything, but I don't believe love is supposed to hurt. There's a difference of when you're a couple, you are having disagreement, and it's a disagreement, and even the way you address each other is with love. There is nothing, I still stress, as attractive like a partner who is kind. You are doing yourself injustice by choosing a partner who won't be kind to you, who's not kind to you, who showed you from day one that who they are is their way or no way, and you stay. And you stay because you feel, hey, I don't want to be alone. Nobody died from being alone. You won't die being alone. You won't. But in our 40s, let's set our standard higher. I refuse that in our 40s our standard needs to be lower. Set your standard higher. This is the last leg of your life. Set the standard higher. You need to be more peaceful. You need to be more loved. You need to have more fun time. You need to laugh more, because 40s come with so much things. It comes with health complications. It comes about worrying about retirement, about this and that. So 40s, it needs to be the peak of everything. Career wise, it needs to fly. Social life needs to fly. Love life needs to fly. The relationship that we get into ourselves, they need to outdo any relationship that we ever had. 40s is the time where you need to soak yourself in the beauty of love and beauty of life and the grace of God. That's what I feel. 40s, you need to look and say, Lord, this life you gave me, I'm not gonna dishonor you by not leave it like I really love and appreciate it. 40s. How are you choosing your partner? How are you dating?